Hey everyone, welcome back to the Hidden Brick, where today we're going to build the LEGO Star Wars Y-Wing Starfighter. This is set number 75172. Comes with 5 minifigures. Comes with the pilot, Admiral Raddus, Moroff, a Rebel astromech, and a Stormtrooper. So this is, similar to a lot of Star Wars sets. It's a re-release. They've had Y-Wing fighters in the past. So this one is from 2016, I believe, 2017. So this is a newer one. So there's similarities and differences from previous versions of these Star Wars models. But I would say of all the themes, Star Wars is the one that probably re-releases the same sets a lot. All right, so there's our contents. So what do we have in here? Adjust this camera just a bit. All right, so I have one instruction book. It's rather small considering there's almost 700 parts in this set. So it's kind of interesting. There's a good medium-sized sticker sheet. Not many stickers on it, they're big stickers. These are 4 big stickers and then a few small ones. Then we have numbered bags. So we got bag 5, 4, 3, 2, and bag number 1. All right. So there's a small bag and this big bag and one of these weird orange things. I don't know what those are, but I get a bunch of those. All right. There's all of our small parts. So let's begin with this build. Looks like, looking from the instructions, they show us bag 1's gonna do that, bag 2, bag 3, bag 4, bag 5. So it kind of gives you a little bit of a preview of what's to come with the set. So the first thing we have is a couple minifigures. First one is Admiral Raddus. And very simple minifigure, has legs and torso, decent printing on the torso. And then a headpiece. So it's a unique headpiece and it's got a lot of good printing on here. So it's kind of hard to tell, but definitely this kind of nostril, nose area, and then the chin, all of that area with the little freckles, all of that is printed. And then the eyes has quite a bit of printing on it, because it actually has the eyeball, looks like some eyelids, and the pupils, all that printed. So very cool, simple fig, but decent amount of printing on it. And then we have a single small blaster. So that is the first fig for this set. So we have minifigure parts for another fig, but they're not showing it built just yet. It looks like we're going to have a little accessory piece to build first. So let's go ahead and build it. So we're going to use some of these small little parts. Have some clips. We have another clip piece right here with 2 more clips on top of it. Then we have a pneumatic tee with a axle hole in it. Now we have this trans clear neck bracket piece that goes there. You can see the little neck hole right there on the top. Next is a little hose piece with a Technic part on it. trying to orient this the right way. Every step in the instructions, they show you twisting this piece one way or the other. Okay. So next we have this. That piece goes there. So that is this guy's backpack. So what we're going to do is take the minifigure legs and the torso, put it on there. Then we slide this entire piece over the neck bar. Then we put this big pre-printed little headpiece on there. And it's interesting, on the inside you could see it's a double mold. So we've got this dark gray plastic which is forming this piece, and then they mold the white part over it. So it's a pretty complicated mold. So you kind of learn to appreciate some of these small little toy pieces that are very nicely designed and intricate, hard to build, and to think that it's just this little child's play thing that someone's going to play with. So that's cool. And you know, adult Lego fans and collectors can appreciate some of that probably more than kids, and I think over time kids will, as they get older, maybe look back on some of their old Lego and say that was actually really good. I know that's the way I've been over the years. Well, once I got back into Lego, because I was out of Lego for a long time. You know, I played with Lego pretty much my entire childhood, and as I got into my teenage years, played a lot of sports and did other things all the way up into my adult life, until I got back into Lego. And once I got back into it, I really appreciated the well thought out and engineered sophisticated interlocking brick system that Lego is. So, as a kid, I remember not appreciating it as much. It was just a plaything for me. But I think subconsciously, it influenced me a lot as far as what I chose to do as a career, and potentially anything else creative that I do. I can partially credit a lot of my Lego building as a child. And I can tell you right now, as a child, for me, the amount of Lego that I had was about equivalent to maybe 5 or 6 Lego sets, like medium to large size Lego sets. That was really all that I had. And I would get a few Lego sets here and there, but for the most part, I just reused everything I had and built all kinds of mocks with it. And I remember we built the Lego set. When I say we, I mean me and my older brother. We built the sets that came out of the box maybe one time, maybe twice per the instructions, but for the most part it was like build once, take it apart, and then we just built whatever we wanted. And to be honest with you, that's kind of what I still do today. I enjoy building these Lego sets. So all these sets that you guys see on this channel, I enjoy this because it lets me, it kind of frees your mind, I guess you would say it. You can kind of forget about the day's activities, and you can clear your mind before bed, or if you had a rough day, you know, this kind of takes you away from some of those problems, and you know, it kind of takes you to a soothing, creative place to build. So even if you're building per the instructions, I think that same kind of destination is there. It's kind of getting away from your day and clearing your mind. So I definitely enjoy building sets for that reason. Specifically following the instructions. You know, you're just kind of down this journey of exploration, of kind of seeing what comes next as you're slowly putting these parts together. But that being said, usually when I'm done building these sets, they may stay together for a week or two, and I basically disassemble them, sort out the parts, and use the parts to build something else, because that's kind of what I've always done with Lego. So I definitely encourage everyone else to do that. I mean, there's some sets that I keep together that I kind of look at and say, okay, this one is really good. I am not taking this one apart. But those are pretty rare. There's maybe only 1 out of 50 that I put together that I have that feeling that I just can't take it apart. I just have to, it's, you know, it's one of those display pieces that I keep together. So I do have quite a few sets that I've kept together over the course of the past 6 or 7 years. But for the most part, these are more or less used to build once, kind of use as a entertainment venue, and then they get disassembled. Alright, so we've basically made a little weapons carrier here. This is what it looks like, because we're going to snap on some spring-loaded flick-fire missiles here, and then these are little bombs that are going to go into the Y-wing Starfighter. And then this piece snaps on here. This is basically our little utility vehicle that's on the tarmac or in the spaceport, whatever these Starfighters are parked at, that will reload the Starfighter with ammo. So that completes bag number 1. So we are going to quickly move on to bag number 2. Okay, we have all of our bag 2 parts out, and we're moving on to our next minifigures. So this is the Y-wing pilot. So pretty nice detailed torso and legs. There's a lot of printing. You can see the pilot suit with the little breathing apparatus and all kinds of cargo stuff printed on it. He does have a double printed face. You can see this little happy face and then a scared face. Has his pilot's helmet, and he has a little blaster similar to Admiral Radis that we built in bag number 1. So there's his little micro blaster. Put that one off to the side. We have our astromech droid. So we have this little body piece. We're going to put these droid legs in, and a pre-printed droid head. So that's our little astromech droid. It's an R2 unit, so looks shape-wise similar to R2-D2, but it's a different character, but very similar. So that's it for the minifigures in that bag. Now we're moving on to the build, or the beginning of the build of the Y-Wing. So we start with this trapdoor plate. Put another plate here, another plate here. We have headlight bricks. 2, 3, and 4. Should be 4 of them total. These 1x1 bricks. I kind of have to straighten them out. It kind of bugs me if they're not straight. So next up, we have this piece on a black click hinge piece with a plate ×2. Those both go there. Couple slopes. Have a double inverted slope brick. You can see it slopes up 2 sides. Another plate there. All right, gonna move that off to the side for a second. Have this little sub-assembly to do, which consists of Technic pieces. And I'm a big fan of Technic bricks used in the construction of Lego system sets. If you've watched a lot of my videos, then you may know that I love these parts because it makes the build so much stronger. So much stronger. Have a couple of tiles. And some plates. So we're going to turn this over. We have 2 inverted slopes with some studs on them. Move that to the side. Another sub build. So we're building these little modules that we're gonna eventually connect all of them together. This piece goes here. All right, so this one is actually ready to go. It simply just goes right here. Alright, so now we're going to bring over this first module that we built. And should snap on right here. Look at that. So we had that moment of truth where it was either going to fit or it wasn't. And it looks like we nailed it. So we're good there. We have another little module piece. We have 3 of these knuckle gears. go on here, along with another Technic brick. That goes there. So you can see that's our little bombardier door, where our bombs are going to go in. Okay, so let's put some plates on here. This will kind of help lock everything together. Turn this around, have a couple brackets. And 2x3 plates. And we have an assortment of panels underneath all of this. One more panel right here. Okay. You can see those panels kind of created this little shelf right there. Now we have two corner panels somewhere. Here they are. Then two of these little steering wheel pieces have a bushing there. Hold up, something ain't right. Let me back up a page or two. All right, I actually forgot to put on a brick, which I should be able to simply take this off. Simply remove that. All right, so that brick is critical here. See if we can get everything back on here. All right, so we're good. Okay, so the brick is critical for this piece to fit on here just right. So we've got that, and you can see I can now turn this with that black bevel gear there. So the underside of this plate and the stud, and that will go right there. Turn this back around. We have a brick. Two more brackets with some double wide cheese slopes on them. That is good there. Next up we have a tile and a stud. So there's going to be a lot of what's called greebling on the set, which is just kind of putting stuff on the outside to kind of make it look futuristic or spacey, with a lot of knobs and buttons and all kinds of levers and control panels. There's just going to be a lot of stuff exposed. That's all called greebles. It's a I don't know if it's a technical term, but it's a term that's just used for that, for describing what we're doing. I guess I put this on wrong. All right, so this is part of the greebling here. These little brown pieces. Cool, so that looks good. So we are done with bag number 2. So let's go ahead and move on to our third bag right now. All right, we have all of our bag 3 parts out, and we are moving on. No minifigures in this bag. It is just continuation of the Starfighter. So we have some plates going on. Slope with some corner plates. A couple trans red plates. Okay. So similar to the other bags, we're gonna make these little sub builds. So I'm looking for this piece here. It's got a part stuck to it. Have another sticker. Oh, guess I need to put the part on that the sticker's gonna attach to. And then this piece goes here. So this kind of looks like the cockpit area. All right, some slopes and some bricks with studs on the side. Have these corner snot bricks. It's got a stud on 2 perpendicular sides. That's a newer part. Couple tiles. All right. So now we have a 2 times build to do, consisting of this large hinge plate. Put a friction pin, piece in there. This piece goes here. So that's 1. We need to build the other one. It's identical. So there is 2. And these connect to the studs on the side. Move that off to the side for a second. Let's see, we have a bracket, plate, some more greebling going on here. there. And we have a micro wedge plate along with a 1x2 plate. This piece will attach right here-ish. Oh, I have one too many plates on here. Let's take one of those off. Now it'll attach. There we go. So we're creating the side panels of the fighter. All right, so the next one. This is going to be just the same, just an opposite hand or mirrored copy of it. I had one too many on here before because the instructions are not very clear. It looks like they're showing two of them going on, but that's actually the first step. And then you put those two pieces on and then put another one on top. You don't actually put two of them on top. So that's why I had two on the first time, because that diagram was slightly confusing. Keep grabbing the wrong piece. All right, so there's the other side. So that looks good. We have two little skeleton arms. And this is interesting. There's two bars that are sticking up that perfectly line up with the skeleton arms. And those are actually going to hold the side panels together, just like that. So now when I kind of give them a tug, they actually don't come apart. That's pretty cool. All right, so now we have some front gun pieces. And that's our first one. Here's the second one. These will go in the little stud holes right there. Turn this over. All right, so this piece will attach to that piece, just like that. Kind of wobbles and moves a little bit. We'll kind of fix that up. All right, so that piece goes there. That'll lock it all together. Have a plate coming across here with two wedge plates here. Yeah. All right. there we go. That completes bag number 3. So we're going to stop this portion of the build here to see how far we've made it. The front of the ship is looking good. We've got minifigures started. We've got this little accessory piece going. So definitely well on the way to being halfway done. So thanks for watching. Make sure to check out my other videos. There's going to be links down below if you want to check out more Star Wars videos. I got a ton of them on this channel. So if you love Star Wars Lego, then you're going to love everything on this channel. So check it all out, and we'll see you in the next one.